Depression is easy to let go of. It's not a big deal at all. What is depression? A painful feeling arises. I don't like that painful feeling. I have thoughts about that painful feeling, and my habit is every time this feeling arises, I always attack it that way. The more you think about the feeling, the bigger and more intense the feeling becomes. Until finally you say, oh, I just can't stand this. I gotta go to the doctor and get some drugs. And he gives you something that knocks you out. So you can't even act like a real person anymore. As you start recognizing the importance of smiling into things and laughing, the laughter stops the thinking about. Now your perspective is different. It doesn't take very long to overcome depression. It takes a while because you have to practice your smiling. And these thoughts, because of this painful feeling, they're quite often very similar, coming up over and over and over again. You have repeat thoughts quite often with depression. I hate this feeling when it's there. I wish it would stop. I want it to go away. Whose feeling is it? Did you say, you know, I haven't been depressed this week. I think it's time for me to do it. I'm going to get depressed. Nobody's stupid enough to do that. So what you do is recognize that your mind is trying to control a feeling. Let go of the thoughts and relax. See that tight mental fist. That's a painful feeling. Yeah, it's a painful feeling. That's the truth. And it's okay for that painful feeling to be there. It has to be. It's the truth. Allow the truth to be there. It's only a feeling. I told you a little while ago, I used to walk through the forest barefooted. And at night, and I'd kick a rock, and I'd break a toe. Now, that's painful. And as soon as it happened, there was the shock, there was the pain, there was the dislike right on top of that. And right after that, I started noticing that I was throwing my anger and my hatred into my toe, and my toe is crying out saying, don't hate me, love me, that's what I want right now. So instead of getting into my anger for doing it, I start sending love into that spot. And before long, pain pretty much goes away. I might limp around for a little bit. And in a day or 2 days, I forget that I even did it. It's nothing. It doesn't matter whether it's physical pain or mental pain, it all happens in the same way. A painful feeling arises. What you do with what arises in the present moment dictates what happens in the future. You see that painful feeling, that tightness that happens around that painful feeling, and then all of the thoughts about that painful feeling and your habitual tendency. And I always treat this feeling in the same way. Well, after a few years, you should start learning that that don't work. Don't do that anymore. So what to do different? Well, let go of the thoughts and relax. Allow the space for that painful feeling to be there. When I broke the toe, It was real, it was pain, and it was there. And it was okay for it to be there. It had to be okay because it was the truth. Allow the space for the truth to be there without trying to control it.